I know you heard me on the radio. Flexing, she loved the sound of my voice, it's the best thing. Daydreaming of the jazz all day. Pick up the phone late night with Larry K. I know you heard me on the radio. Flexing, she loved the sound of my voice, it's the best thing. Daydreaming of the jazz all day. Pick up the phone late night with Larry K. Sorry guys, welcome to another episode of Phin-Addict Fury with your host, Larry K. This is my Wednesday night time slot. Usually I'm on TD Fins Talk, the home of the real Miami Dolphins fans. But tonight we had a little bit of technical difficulty, scheduling difficulty. It happens. TD's been grinding like crazy. I've been grinding like crazy. We've been trying to bring you live episodes, live shows, and bringing you live content that you could be, interactive with, and we strive to continue to do that. This is the network of Miami Dolphins channels out here. The network of Miami Dolphins fans out here is phenomenal, as you guys know, and we are always striving to bring you more and more Miami Dolphins content around the clock all the time as much as we can, but sometimes it falls through and we're not quite able to do that. So I apologize that today, this Wednesday, you don't have a live version of Phin-Addict Fury with Larry K, but you do have me. And why am I here? Well, I want to talk to you about a news report that came out, an interesting one. I already talked to you about the draft. I want to talk to you about an interesting news story. But before I do that, my glasses, they're kind of crooked. It's kind of weird. But anyway, I got to get new ones. But I wanted to talk to you about a few things, but first I want to address out there. Well, first I want to say this. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, if you're a Dolphins fan, a football fan, an NFL fan, just like commentary, just like entertaining people, smash the like button on this video first. And then do me a favor. Do Dolphins Nation a favor. Join the Fury fam. Go down and smash the subscribe button right now. Click subscribe to this channel. We are close. Our drive is to get to 1,000 subscribers by the beginning of the season. We are at 987 subscribers. We are only 13 subscribers away from 1,000. We got the whole summer to do it, but I'd love to do it before summer even starts. If you haven't subscribed yet, if you listen, if you check in, if you just like good content, if you just want to stay apprised of anything NFL football related, if you just like hearing dudes from Jersey talk, please smash that subscribe button right now. Let's get into the 990s at least this week. We are so close to 1,000. Let's get there. And I got a little message because I've been getting a little hate. And people say when you get more haters, it means you're getting more popular. You got more stuff going on. It's a compliment. Some people are hating on, well, hey, I heard this week, why do you put Fury Rant in front of every video? Well, number one, that's kind of my trademark, my symbol. Everything I do is a Fury Rant because this is Phin-Addict Fury, and we are the Fury fam. That's number one. Number two is algorithm picks up on words like Fury and Rant. So the more I put it in my videos, the more it's going to pop up on search engines. Somebody recently was trying to grow their channel, asked, well, how the heck did you grow your channel so fast? How'd you get on TD? How did people recognize you? How do you get all these subscribers? Well, because I know how to market. And it's not like I love to do it, but that's how the YouTube algorithm works. That's how social media works. So you got to play the game a little bit. So all of you out there starting a blossoming channel, try putting words like that are consistent with your branding into your videos and see if you get more hits. So Fury Rant in front of every video helps to get more hits. And I can give you more tips if you DM me. I've given people plenty of tips when they DM me. I've gotten tips from people who are way more senior in the business than me and people like TD. So I can impart some wisdom. And then they asked, somebody made a wise ass comment, said, you could change your shirt. You can wear different shirts. Well, number one, this person must not know about the fact that I've made a pledge. I'm not buying any more merchandise until we win a playoff game. That's number one. Number two, it's called branding. You see this face with these glasses, with this background, with this polo shirt pop up on your YouTube screen, you know what to expect. It's Phin-Addict Fury with Larry K. It's branding. I've worn different shirts. I'll wear different shirts. I'll wear a jersey here and there. You guys have seen me do it. I change the background sometimes when I'm not in front of the microphone in the studio here. But for the most part, it's the same image, the same thumbnail that you see with this polo shirt, with this background, with this microphone, with this profile, because it's branding. This is the brand. So this also helps you to grow your brand. This is just tidbits. This is a response to the haters, but also tidbits out there for those people trying to grow their own brand and their own channels and join the network of Miami Dolphins content that we have out here that is doing very well. Everybody has branding methods and mechanisms that they use, and this is mine, right? The whole way that I come at you, the whole way it's like kind of in this muted intellectual setting, right? And that's a branding thing. And so people know what to expect when they come in and chill with me. And that's where we're at. All of that being said, please, if you haven't yet, smash the subscribe button. Do me a favor. Smash the subscribe button, please. We're close to 1,000. And go to Facebook, search The Dolphin Den. The Dolphin Den on Facebook. That's the primary place. That's the official Facebook group of Phin-Addict Fury with Larry K. Dolphin Den. Join it. That's the official Facebook group of Phin-Addict Fury with Larry K. But I want to address a report that came out that some other people have already touched upon. A report from Omar Kelly, and as Big O says, Omar Kelly, or whatever. I've been following Omar Kelly for years. A lot of you other Dolphins fans have been following Omar Kelly for years. Whether you love the guy, whether you hate the guy, whatever you think of Omar Kelly, the fact remains that he is one of the premier Dolphins beat writers on the scene, and he has been for several years. Omar Kelly has been breaking news and insight into the locker room for years. Now, by virtue of simply working that beat for as long as he has, whether players, coaches, organization officials, franchise officials love him, hate him, whatever the case may be, the fact is that he's going to have connections. He's going to have insights just by virtue of covering that beat and being on that beat for as long as he has. And he has come out and said that he is a fan of Tua Tagovailoa. He thinks in year 3 or year 4, Tua Tagovailoa will be a top 10 upper echelon quarterback in this league. He has said he's a fan of Tua, so he's not somebody who's out here with an agenda against Tua or whatnot, but he is somebody who, and he wasn't a fan of Flores, by the way, either. He was happy to see Flores go by on, for anything we can glean from the news stories out there. He was basically happy to see Flores go. So it's not like he has an agenda. But he said something back at the end of the offseason. He said that there were players in the locker room who didn't believe in Tua as far as arm strength and work ethic. And that no matter what he said to retort to those players, they didn't believe in Tua. But just within the last few days, and a couple of my colleagues have already addressed this report, just in the last few days, Omar Kelly has come out with a report stating that, and this is another thing, when somebody comes out with a report, or somebody comes out with an allegation, or somebody comes out with an accusation, or whatever the case may be, one of the first ways to verify its authenticity, one of the first ways that you look into to see if you believe it or don't, if you treat it as serious or treat it as complete nonsense, is to look at the context and look if there are any other, where there's smoke, there's fire. You look if there's any other smoke. Well, we know that some of the reports that came out after Flores was fired were that Flores was unhappy with Tua playing golf instead of working out. That was the initial little bit of smoke that came out. Well, now Omar is reporting, a guy with very good connections, a guy who's been on the beat for a long time, a guy who's a fan of Tua and the quarterback he could potentially be. He came out now with a report that said that Tua Tagovailoa was actually playing golf, not just on a day where he could have been working out, not just on an off day, but that Tua Tagovailoa was playing golf on game day. And that Flores was not happy with that. Well, if I was a player or a fan or a coach of any sort, I would not be happy that my star quarterback, supposedly star, starting quarterback, who still has a lot to learn and a lot to prove, is playing golf on game day. Now, I play golf. Oh, anybody else play golf here? Comment below if you play. I mean, a lot of people play. Once you reach a certain age, it's like the only athletic thing you can do where you can compete against yourself, get out there, get reps in, get a little bit of exercise, and still not kill yourself when you're a certain age. So we all play. A lot of us play. Golf, as much as people joke around that it's not very physical, golf is a physical sport, especially because you're using your hips, you're using your arms, hips. You're using your hips. Tua, hip. Using your hips, using your arms, using a lot of muscle body parts that get sore at the end of the day. Golf is an 18-hole, 4-hour sport. So if Tua was in fact playing golf on game day, then maybe there's something to be said for all this work ethic stuff that we're hearing. Do I believe the report? Well, it's crazy to think that your starting quarterback is going to be doing that. So already I start off with kind of the presumption that it's probably an inaccurate report. But then when you hear that Omar Kelly broke it, who's a respected beat writer, who's already kind of, broken some other good stories, and then there's smoke, other people saying Flores was mad about him playing golf, didn't like his work ethic. It seems like where there's smoke, there might very well be fire. And so if there is smoke and fire here, and Tua was doing that, all I will say is this: I sincerely, truly hope that Josh McDaniel can get Josh McDaniel. See where I am? You see where I am these days? This is what this report has done to me. This is what this report has done to me. I'm calling him Josh McDaniel. His name is Josh McDaniels, the Patriots coach. And our coach's name is Mike McDaniel with no S. Mike McDaniel with no S. You see what I'm doing? I'm so out of sorts by this report because I'm so happy, and I talked about the draft, and we got so many good picks. And Mike McDaniel, not to be confused with Josh McDaniels. You just hope that he's got this under control. If this is true, you just hope that he's got Tua in a place. Now, was Tua playing golf a lot or on game day simply because he didn't feel the love, he didn't feel the respect from Brian Flores? Was he playing golf on game day because somebody else was starting? Maybe Jacoby Brissett was starting that day. Maybe that's why he was playing golf. Maybe he was injured. Maybe that's why he was playing golf, right? We don't know why he was playing golf. Maybe he wasn't starting that day. Maybe he felt so disrespected by the coaching staff that he wanted to kind of throw the shade back and say, you don't want to start me? You don't believe in me? You don't want to play me? Well, guess what? I'm going out and playing golf today. Forget your walkthrough. Forget your team camaraderie. I'm going out and playing golf because you don't respect me anyway. And I'll actually show you that I'll go play golf and still do better than Brissett can do. Maybe that was what it was. I don't know the ins and outs. We don't know the ins and outs. We don't know the reasons. We don't know the story. We don't know the context. So we can't make too many judgments. But all I will say is that if this report is in fact true, and it very well could be, given all the smoke surrounding the potential fire here, I sincerely hope that Mike McDaniel and the new offensive coaching staff, Darrell Bevel, I sincerely hope that they have Tua in a different space mentally, physically, everything, where he's not doing that again. And I sincerely hope that it's been communicated to him that we don't do that. We don't play that. If you want to be excellent, if you want to be the best of the best, you've got to work hard and practice like the best of the best. And the best of the best do not play golf the day of a major NFL football game. So a lot remains to be seen. But, it's one thing if you got a talent deficiency. But if Tua has been out and not working as hard, plus the talent deficiency, then maybe there's some merit to my initial theory regarding the fact that his father worked him so hard and he was so worked and so acclaimed and so pigeonholed into football nonstop that once he got there, his heart's not in it. Maybe that's true. I'm not trying to say that out of nowhere because I don't have the context to make that as a proclamation that I know for 100% fact. But it's a possibility. It's one of the potential possibilities of what could be going on with this young man. And all I will say is maybe a breath of fresh air, maybe a new coaching staff, maybe a new vision, maybe some new weapons, maybe a reiterated confidence in Tua from the franchise itself can get him to start dedicating himself and getting to the next level. Because if he's going to continue, if this is true and he's going to continue this, then we already know. We're looking elsewhere for a quarterback, which would be such a letdown and would set us back so far. Now, I've also been seeing a lot of things about, speaking of the quarterback room, about Skylar Thompson. And I've been seeing that the kid has maybe some untapped talent. He might actually be the real deal. Now, I'm not sitting here. I'm not going to be, a outlier or a crazy person or the guy you come to for wild conspiracy theories or way outside the box thinking and sit here and tell you that I think Skylar is going to come in and take the job from Tua, let alone, Teddy Bridgewater. But I have to say I am happy we have some young, hungry blood in that room because, if nothing else, maybe it goes a long way in showing Tua, hey, this is no joke. I mean, you have a 2-year window, and guys come in and guys come out, and you have a quick window to prove yourself. And there's hungry guys trying to prove themselves every day, every year, every game, every practice, who would love to either take your job or make you look foolish next to you, to prove themselves either for a backup position or to go somewhere else. And so you don't have the time or the credibility afforded to you to go out and play golf and whatnot with the season on the line on game day. So let's see what Thompson does. We'll see him in preseason. But let's more importantly see what Mike McDaniel and his coaching staff can do to develop Tua, put Tua in a good place. He's got the weapons now. Let's see what they could do to get the best out of Tua, whether that's work ethic, whether that's enthusiasm, whether that's just play on the field, whatever the truth may be. Let's just proceed accordingly because, guys, no matter what you think, no matter what reports come out, unless something drastic happens like a major injury or some other major issue, Tua Tagovailoa is going to be the starting quarterback of a very talented team come this fall. And let's pray that the coach we hired and the quarterback we've backed up now have the goods, and when the lights come on, can deliver for us fans because we've waited long enough. And so has my wardrobe, according to the haters, too. So, guys, with that being said, please smash that subscribe button. We are getting close. Let's hit 1,000. Let's hit 1,000 this month. I should be on next week live at 7 p.m. with TD Fins Talk on TD Fins Talk's channel, the home of the real Miami Dolphins fans. I should be. Look for me to do a live show relatively soon. I'm still trying to get some hardware and whatnot figured out, too. Get some guys that are regulars with me on the TD channel on here live. Look out for more content from me in general. Smash the like button. Smash the subscribe button. Any other breaking news, I'll obviously take to the mic and I'll get up on here and talk to you guys. But until then, it's been beautiful. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Larry K.
I know you heard me on the radio flexing. She loved the sound of my voice, it's the best thing. Daydreaming of the jazz all day. Pick up the